This is Close Combat, Gateway to Caen. You're watching episode 34 of the Allied campaign. Take a moment to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, liking the video, and turning on notifications. We are in our last 0600 battle at Bas de Forge. We have 29th Brigade, 11th Armored, taking on 20th Panzer Grenadier Regiment, 9th SS Panzer. We are finally back with Shakespeare Company. These guys are ready to get right back at it, and we are up for a new fight. It's been a while since we used them. They're going to be facing a full platoon of Panzer Grenadier, a partial Panzer Grenadier, and 4 Panzer IVs. Kind of seems like the enemy is never running out of tanks. With this deployment, there's a lot of bocage that covers weird angles. So I've got 2 tanks in the north, but they're hidden up by our mortars. Then I got 3 tanks in the northeast, and again, they're using the bocage to mask their position. But I do have Othello and Juliet right by the railroad tracks. They can see basically straight to the west. If there's something there, they can pop it quick. But hopefully also, if needed, they could retreat south if all the tanks were there on the tracks for some reason. To the west of them is Emilia. They've got a Piet, and they're just kind of covering that field so that the enemy can't use it. Down the road further to the south is the Nurse. We got another tank covering that west to east approach. But I have most of my infantry bottled down there in order to keep them from occupying the woods. If we find them in one specific spot, hopefully I've got my tanks scattered enough that we can roll them in that direction to support that fight. Okay, they're not on the railroad tracks. That's a good start. Alright, so we'll peek our infantry to the west, make sure that it's clear there. And I want to keep these tanks tucked back just a little bit. We got contact here. Oh, there is a tank. Never mind. There's no way he spawned there. We didn't see him, right? Like, he had to have driven up there. All right, let's go ahead and bring Iago down to the south a little bit. We do have another tank down here, but I believe it's concealed pretty well. We're actually going to bring these guys back. Now that we know the tank's there, let's just get out of there. Hide with the Piet. There we go. And our other infantry hasn't made it very far forward, so hopefully they don't get spotted. Maybe mortars here.
Sir, the FOB report.
We have artillery.
Available.
I'm honestly tempted to just drop the artillery here. We're going to have weird struggles to get through to where we can hit that tank. So if we can drop it with the artillery, I'm fine with that. We're going to have to move these guys down through those fields from the north. Engage there. We have mortars up. All right. Panzer IV is immobilized. We have another Panzer IV is immobilized, so there must have been 2 there. Let's go ahead and mortar these guys. There's a few infantry squads in here. Get this under control while we can. All right, I think we take Demetrius, and we're going to go scout down here. Because I don't want to just roll that armor out, but I would like to know that we can start doing something with them. Oh, we got another tank. Hide. Hide. Don't keep moving. Get back, get back, get back. Alright, we got machine gun fire coming from the tracks. We're going to put mortars on that. And I think we're covered here. Let's take Juliet to the north. Right there. And then Othello do something similar. So that Panzer IV hasn't crossed yet, but if they do, we'll be in a position that both can engage it simultaneously. And Hermia, you got to get back. Lysander, do the same. We are just going to get shot up if we stay there. Okay, we got another infantry kill. Alright, I think let's pull him back since that infantry was trying to crawl through there so that they're not, like, face-to-face with the enemy. Oh, look at this. Rodrigo can see with the Piet. That's not a great shot. But we could try again.
Redeployed.
So, we've got them sort of contained. We found the last tank. We got this flank coming in on the north. We're going to have to figure out this. I'm going to pull these guys around to the east and get them set for contact. Lysander, I think you're probably okay in that spot to help. We can put some tank rounds downrange with the nurse. Yeah, see? Infantry's crawling. We don't want our infantry just like getting grenaded the second that they come over that little hill of the bocage. So we'll turn them around. Hopefully the tanks can cover their defense well enough. Piet still hasn't dropped the tank. We got a few rounds left. Come on, 2. There we go. Just had to have a little bit of doubt in him, and he was like, hold on. Let me show you what I can do. Alright, so that's 2 tanks dead, and then 2 that are immobilized, and they only had 4. So I feel comfortable now moving these tanks down to the south and starting to sweep that way. We can try and get those, like, rear aspect shots on their tanks that are immobilized. Which, for the record, we only know where one is. We know one's right there somewhere, but the other one's got to be in that field. Alright, one more time. Let's bring Demetrius up, I think. Actually, what if we do Romeo a little bit more down here before we just walk it? They're probably dead, but before we just go walk down there, let's try another spot. Engage. Still can't really see. Now, I want to move the nurse up, but I don't know if we can actually make it over the first layer of bocage before the Panzer IV can see us, because, like, weird things happen. So I did keep 2 between us on purpose. And let's make sure this is clear. We're going to peek it. Alright, more crawling around out there. Really? I didn't think they knew the Piet was there, but okay.
Redeployed.
Forward observer reporting. Air support is available. Repeat, is available.
Alright, so the airstrike's ready.
Sir, enemies offered a ceasefire.
We can use it, but I don't know if we give it a minute to try and get these tanks down there, or if we even just use it to avoid risking the tanks. Alright, come up here. Ooh! Demetrius dead. From where?
Deck mich!
In position.
Alright, let's come out here. Cross. Can't quite get them. Let's go west with Juliet. We'll try and get over here, and then we'll help cover the advance to the south. There's going to be a lot of these little fields to clear. Let's go, I don't know, like right here somewhere?
Can't go there.
What? Okay, apparently we can't drive down the railroad tracks, so I guess we'll go this way and cross into this field. Now, they took this flag, so let's see if we can crawl over there and find out what's going on. Because I don't know if they took it and pulled back. I don't know if they're still there. I'm not sure they're going to make it, but we'll do what we can. Come on. Keep engaging. Yep, Amelia is dead. It's okay. It sucks for morale reasons, but like the unit isn't crucial, I guess. We are sending it. Try and open this area up. Much better. Panzer IV destroyed, Panzer IV destroyed. There's the other one. So it was right there. Okay, that's 4 tanks dead. So we are all kinds of set up. Now it's just a matter of how to get in there to clear out the infantry. The worst thing is, like, we can't get across the railroad tracks, so I can't just do the convenient move south approach and, like, sweep through. Because I'd like to sweep through from north to south and from east to west at the same time, but that's not going to be a thing. Let's get these guys back up on the front. Hermia, do the same. Lysander, do the same. And we're going to start driving them back. Up here in the north. I don't know, just mob east and go south.
Redeployed.
Now, we don't have enough infantry to scout for these guys, which kind of sucks, but they're kind of all occupied down in the south right now, so I'm thinking we're just going to have to take it easy and hopefully scout with force. Now, of course, there could be another team sitting right here that we just don't see. All right. Seems okay. We got those guys there. And we got guys at the intersection. Can't see them. I think drop mortars on that.
Sir, enemies offered a ceasefire.
And what do we got up here?
Redeployed.
We can go like just a little bit west, and we'll just try and get the whole line of Bocage covered with tanks. So just kind of one after another here. Really? Alright, try and pull back. So we can't just go in there and sweep them out with the tank, and we can't get across the railroad tracks, and we also can't move the Piat down there. So the north plan is like just terrible. Alright, Iago, get in here. So now, like, they do shoot at Iago, but I'm actually in favor of that for the moment, because it tells me where they are. Otherwise, we'd have to get dangerously close to spot them. So, by using Iago as bait, we're opening them up. Let's move up through there. Let's come down here and get in support of that movement. I didn't even know where these shots came from, so we're kind of just guessing. I hate to risk moving more tanks in here and getting them stuck, because we already have one that's now immobilized and damaged, so we'll probably lose that. Ideally, I would like all the tanks in there, and I would just like to shoot that entire line of bocage until they're dead. But I don't want to risk the crossing. I guess that means we are waiting for the infantry. Oh, never mind. Alright, we're going to have a bad time here. And because they're on the sides of the road, it's going to be so hard to get them. Okay. That didn't go well.
Redeployed.
Alright, we're going to have to creep up there a little bit. I still don't want to do this, but we might have to move somebody to the south. And they might actually have to cross the bocage in there to try and wipe them out. Let's go there. And nothing going on up here. The hard thing is, let's see if we can get a better angle. We know there's somebody up there, so we have to clear that. If we can get to this flag, I'm fine capturing the map via securing all the points. But that's easier said than done. Alright. Keep creeping up. Let's go ahead and move Iago up. There we go. More contacts there.
Redeployed.
Alright. Let's get in there. Hope for the best. Okay, target acquired. Can't see them. It's like right here somewhere. We got a hit. I wonder... Yeah, we can engage with the infantry. Alright, let's keep hitting this spot. We're waiting for the crossing. Now, Othello should be able to either gun them down or push them into the road, and then we'll gun them down. And let's get there. Immobilized. When did we get hit? I did not see that we got hit. Alright, what if we come, I don't know. What if we come down here and peek in there to try and get another cannon? Alright, they really are stuck where they're at. They're gonna die. The faster the better, though. Come on. Iago, keep moving up. They're kind of focusing on Lysander, and I don't want that. I don't want to lose our tank, but they at least have a tiny bit of protection.
Enemies offered a ceasefire.
See if we can get those guys behind there dropped. I feel like that's clear. I don't know. Oh, nope, there's a guy moving. Never mind. Target him. All right, let's keep moving up. This is like the slow process. There's people we can't target, so we can't just like roll through. Oh yeah. Keep going, keep going. Get him a little bit further on the other side of the road so you can see down there. What about down here? Okay, somebody surrendered. These guys right here? Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah, he surrendered. So, let's get our infantry over here to help. Actually thought we were going to face a bigger problem in this southern field, but I guess everybody's right back here. What if we go there? And what if we just keep moving up? The nurse is like in the worst spot because there's nowhere to maneuver, and they could very well be hiding in the bocage waiting to ambush. Contact there. We've actually got the formal target. We had it.
Enemies offered a ceasefire.
Come on. A little bit more. All right. So, total victory. It definitely grinded on. I don't think that the battle was as difficult as the duration made it seem. But we do have 86% morale to their 2%. And it looks like they killed 5 of ours, wounded 7, and we have a stuck tank and a legitimately damaged tank. We killed 21, wounded 38, and took 1 prisoner. We also destroyed all 4 of their Panzer IVs. So they've killed 169 of our infantry, they've wounded 309, and they've captured 41. They destroyed 45 tanks, damaged 12, destroyed 1 vehicle, destroyed 1 gun. We've killed 518 of their infantry, we've wounded 886, and then we've captured 167. We've also destroyed 62 tanks, we damaged 3, and captured 1. We destroyed 23 vehicles, and we destroyed 4 guns, and captured 9. Alright, to start things off, Romeo has 1 kill. Friar Lawrence has 3 kills. Mercutio has 3 kills. Juliet has a tank kill and 2 infantry kills. The nurse has 8 infantry kills. Oberon has no kills. Puck has no kills. Demetrius has 1 kill. Lysander has 1 kill. Hermia has 2 kills. Othello has 5 kills. Brabatino has 5 kills. Cassio has 3 kills. Rodrigo has a tank kill and an infantry kill. Desdemona has 1 infantry kill. Iago has 2 infantry kills. And Amelia has no kills. Alright, the enemy. They have no kills in the Panzer Grenadier leader. Panzer Grenadier with 1 kill. With 3 kills. 1 kill. 1 kill and a survivor. 1 kill. 3 kills, 1 kill, no, 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 and 1 survivor, no kills. For their Panzer IVs, no kills, 2 survivors, 2 survivors, no kills, 4 survivors, and 4 survivors. So we pretty much didn't get any of the armor crew. This was a much better offensive. I do think I got a little impatient and I kind of started to rush, but I did catch that and I took my foot off the gas. Overall, I feel like it was a pretty good fight, and we secured the map. Unfortunately, we do have that rematch left over from yesterday's battle, but I'm optimistic. Be sure to support the channel by leaving a like, comment, and clicking subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.